everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday show. First of all, wow, it worked.
Yay!
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 I'm Hammer, and I'm joined by my two favorite Wednesday show hosts, Jen T. Maxey.
Hello.
And Terry Diamantis.
Hello.
How you doing, Terry?
I was exceedingly hot and sweaty before, but it seems to have cooled down slightly, so that's good.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean...
What were you doing?
The temperature's only 22, so it's not that hot, but yeah, previously, like earlier today, I was just like melting, so it seems to have cooled down somewhat.
Awesome. Jen, how you doing?
I'm good. I've been working on my Rumble channel for the last month, and I'm up to 38 people now. Woohoo!
Me and Jen on the opposite end of the scale. We're trying not to freeze our respective butts off over here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How are you, Hammer?
I am well. Had some fun yesterday. Maybe we'll get into me dealing with the local bus line here, but
Yes.
it was pretty interesting. Otherwise, it's just been so damn cold. My hands are just free. I'm in the house. The house is 75 degrees, 3 degrees warmer than I usually keep it. My hands are frozen. I don't get it. How could it be 75 in here and my hands are cold?
I can't stand the cold. Like it's probably because I grew up in Australia, but the thought of living anywhere as cold as like Canada or Pennsylvania, like fuck no, no deal.
So yeah, my arm is still healing. For people who are concerned about the update, I'm not nearly in as much pain as I was the last 2 days. Today seems to be quite the break. I don't know what happened. A good night's sleep. I got 8 hours. So, but yeah, still dealing with a little bit of numbness and all that kind of stuff, and it's starting to itch. So you know what that means? It's healing. That's when it starts itching. Is when it heals. So
yes,
yeah, that's a good thing. I'm glad. And of course, it's driving me crazy. I don't want to scratch the hell out of it, but I'll rip everything apart.
Yeah. Well, that's what I get with my eczema. Is it gets itchy, and then I scratch it, and then that undoes all the healing.
Yeah. The nurse at the dialysis clinic said, put something over top of it and scratch that. So put like a paper towel and scratch the paper towel. She says, you'll get relief, but you won't do any damage to the surface. So I thought, okay.
I find what I end up doing is I scratch the skin around, like I've got a big thing on my arm. I won't scratch that. I'll scratch adjacent to it, and it's obviously not as good as scratching the actual thing, but it still provides relief, and it doesn't actually damage the part that's actually the problem.
Yeah.
Your way's probably even safer.
Yeah, I mean that's what the nurse said, and I tried it. It seems to work. She says if you can not scratch and just kind of pat it, she says if that'll relieve it, or massage it a little bit, that kind of deal. But just don't scratch, because that's just going to rip stuff apart. So
yeah.
Anyway,
and KVDM would like to inform you of the lack of capitalization in the stream title.
Is that the word planning? It didn't have the capitalization?
So the Wednesday show, she's saying that Wednesday needs a capital W.
Oh, really?
And past should probably have a capital P, just to be the same as the other two topics.
Okay, I could fix that. Not a problem. Yeah, the YouTube has a section for setting all this up called YouTube Studio. And you could just go in there and click on a tab that says live, and then there's a little pencil next to it, and you can edit it. No big deal. So I'll make this. Past should be capitalized. W for Wednesday should be capitalized. I'll take care of that in a moment.
Yes.
Thank you, KeyBoard, for noticing. I like to be correct, so I actually appreciate when you tell me about these kind of things.
And before we get too far away from it, we should say hello to the people in chat.
Yes, why don't we do that?
Over on Rumble, hello to J Blizzard 427. Who else have we got? We've got Blue Eyed Scream 76. We've got a lot of talking. Some loser called Terry. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. Get rid of him. KVDM joined us over on Rumble, and keeps going. I think I saw Tier. Yep, Tier joined us, and Jack Kunsky joined us like right before we went over to YouTube. So hello to all of you, and apologies to anyone I missed.
Okay. Jen?
All right. So the first one is Minions of the Zoo. Hello again.
Hello.
And Hammer. Hello.
Hello again.
Hi, Mikers. 6546. How are you doing? Hi, Keep It Damn. Hi, Terry.
Hello.
Hi, Jack. Hi. I guess we're gonna stop the stream. Hi, Blue Eyed Scream. Hi, Jay Blizza. And let me go down a little more. Hey, Silver Raven Wing. Hello. Hi, Grid. And Duck Dog. Hello, Duck Dog. It's been a while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see ya. I'm just going up and down again just to make sure I did get everybody, because sometimes my eyes are reading scripts weird lately, and I don't know why. But yeah, I think I got everybody.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Topics for tonight. Crock, tanked, and passed. By the way, the title's fixed. Crock is about Jasmine Crockett. Did you hear she got ousted from her representative seat in Congress? Yeah, they redistricted. Is that the right way to say it? Redistricted?
Redistricted, I guess.
Okay, yeah. And they eliminated her seat. So she
Perfect. As long as she's gone, I don't need to know the details of how they got rid of her. As long as she's gone, I'm happy.
Yeah, there's more news on that. The second option is tanked. Did you hear about the United States seizing a Venezuelan tanker?
No.
Well, they're blowing up little speedboats. You know, we already knew that, but now they decide, well, that's not big enough. We want a tanker. Oh,
fair enough.
So they seize a tank. I'll have to kind of read through it a little bit before, because I don't really know much about it, but I saw it and I thought, wow, now we're taking full-size vessels. Very nice.
And I think I know what the last one is. Lily Tino went out in public. Someone thought he was a woman, and so he's like, I passed as a woman. That's what that one is surely about.
Lily Tino will never pass as a woman.
No, he won't.
He's worse than the ma'am guy. You know, it's ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't pass either. He was
not even close.
He was like tall and buff, and he had a wife beater shirt on and everything. I was like,
plus the aggressiveness, like,
oh yeah,
he wasn't acting very feminine. It was like, it is man. Is not how most women would handle that situation.
It's always a great way to get the gotcha on them, is to get them to act like who they really are.
Yeah.
You know, get them upset and they're like, rah, rah, rah. I was like, you don't sound very feminine to me.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
then they realize, uh-oh, I'm acting like a man, because I am one. Anyway. But no, passed is the House of Representatives passed a bill and sent it off to the Senate for $901 billion with a B dollars for the United States upcoming one-year defense bill. Just to put that in perspective, no other country even uses a B.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
everybody else is using an M. We're the only people using a B.
I think it's quite well known that the U.S. military is the biggest in the world by quite a significant margin.
It's the most well-funded, that's for sure.
Yeah.
As far as biggest, I don't know if that's true. I think if you go to raw troops, I think China is bigger. I think they have far more people.
Most advanced at any rate. Like,
well, I mean, definitely most advanced. But even our B-1 bomber, China has copied it. They've only produced one airplane, and we have, I think, 17 B-1s.
And just to address chat, Duck Dog says Nick Contino, stop giving into his delusion. I don't know or care what his legal name is. He goes by Lily Tino. I'll call him Lily Tino. If I start calling him by his birth name, no one's going to know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So for convenience, when I say Lily Tino, I mean the creepy guy who hangs out at Disneyland and talks about his dick in comparison to various snack foods and takes photos of people in the women's bathroom. That creep is who I'm referring to.
There's a new technology on the market specifying about recording. It's a pair of glasses, looks just like Wayfarers, and it has an embedded camera that connects to your Bluetooth cell phone through Bluetooth, and it can even do it through Wi-Fi. If you could set up a hot point on your phone, it'll connect to your phone through Wi-Fi, so it has much more bandwidth, and it'll record 1080p for 5 minutes at a shot and download it to your phone. And then you can click on the button and it'll record another 5 minutes, and it just keeps going. But looking at the glasses, they just look like Wayfarers. You would never know.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, now you can be recorded anytime, anywhere, and never, ever know it. Like, you have the right, in America at least, to record in public. And you wouldn't be able to use Google Maps without it, because that's what the Google Map cars used to do.
Yeah.
Is just record in public. And that's taking advantage of a right to do that. But now you can click that button and walk into a bathroom, take all the video that you want and walk back out, and no one will even know.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't think you should be able to do that. I think there's certain places that, while strictly speaking, would be classified as public, like public bathrooms. There still is an expectation of privacy. I don't think you should be allowed to film there.
Yeah, but I don't know how you could stop them, because these glasses just look like sunglasses, and you can get prescription lenses in them and everything. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the legal solution, but on a moral level, I do have a problem. I do think it's immoral.
Absolutely. I just technology's moving fast enough between what you can do with video capturing and and what AI is threatening us with. Is, I'm not a doomsayer, not at all. I don't think AI is ever going to reach any critical mass. It'll be difficult and annoying, but I don't think it's going to have much more than the panic of the Y2K. Oh my God, all the computers and everything's going to crash. It's going to be terrible because of Y2K, and then nothing happened.
No, I think AI is going to basically be the same as the internet, where it just becomes a part of everyday life, and we build society around it because it becomes that widespread. I don't think it's going to be like the end of the world. I think it's just going to be incorporated into daily life, just like any other major technological advancement.
Keyboard, if you want to post a GoFundMe in chat, go right ahead.
Yeah.
The only time you have to ask is if we're gonna put it in the description. Otherwise, you can post what you want.
No, I was going to get to that, but yeah. I don't think you even need to ask. If you want to post a GoFundMe link, that's fine.
Is it for the Cinnabon girl who is being racist?
Let's have a look. It is for someone to rebuild after a house fire. So,
that's legitimate.
Yes. There's a lot of GoFundMes that I don't really think should be GoFundMes, but this is something that is legitimate.
Yeah, if anybody has a couple extra bucks laying around and they want to put it to a good cause, check out the link that Keyword Dam just put in chat for the GoFundMe.
Yes.
What did you think about that girl who is racist in the Cinnabon?
I think there was more to the video.
There was.
Yeah.
What do you think?
First of all, I never just assume that the first clip is the only one that's out there, because my experience is there's always more. The second thing is, when you watch the whole thing, you realize that they started everything, and she was responding in anger. And in all honesty, I give her a high five of, because I'm sorry. It's not simply like, oh, you're racist because you're using hard words. It's more of, okay, so these people were sexually harassing me for long enough for me to snap.
Yep.
And the only thing you care about is my language.
I'm going to be honest. I think you should be allowed to be racist. I don't care. I don't know the specific details of this specific case, but yeah, I mean, if the thing is this person was racist, like, okay, yeah, you're allowed to be racist.
You're 100% in America allowed to be racist. You're just not allowed to keep your job if you do.
Well, I mean, I think that should be at the discretion of the employer.
It is, but they'll fire you.
Yeah, but like if they want to keep you, they can. If they want to fire you, that's up to them. I think every company has the right to, because like I disagree with the anti-discrimination laws. I think if you want to say, look, I'm only going to hire French people, I think you as a company should be allowed to do that. Obviously, you're not, but I think you should be allowed to. So yeah, if you want to be racist, be racist. If someone wants to fire you for being racist, they can. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I think in eventually there's going to be a counter to the whole, well, why give them ammo by using the N-word? And I would counter that by being, well, okay, was it somehow okay for them to sexually harass her because they were brown? Because if the answer is, oh, well, they don't know any better, they're fucking racist. So don't tell me about racism when you don't care about your own.
I think it's fair if you're going to be sexist that someone can be racist. So if they're going to be sexist against you and tell you, how dare you show your face and all this kind of stuff, which is what they were saying to her. If they're going to be sexist to them, then I see no reason why she can't be racist back.
Absolutely.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
So I like the double middle fingers. I really got a kick out of that. Like, whoa! Like, yes.
Yeah, no, just on a moral level, I think if someone wants to be racist, they're allowed to. I don't really have a problem with it. I think,
how does that work? How does that work in Australia and Canada? Are you going to get fired there too?
I mean,
oh, probably. Absolutely. They want to get rid of like white people, and like, I know that sounds extreme, but like everywhere you go lately, you just see less and less and less. And then next year pops around and you see less and less and less. So at some point you're going to come to the conclusion, yeah, they're trying to weed out white people.
Yeah. No, just in general, I think if you want to be racist, I genuinely just like, yeah, do it. The only thing is it depends how you're being racist. If you're just calling people nasty words, then do what you want. Don't go beating them up. Don't go killing them. Don't do actual like violence towards the group that you don't like. But if you just want to call, a homosexual person a bundle of sticks, go for it. If you want to call a black person some crude language that will get me kicked off YouTube, have at it. Just be aware that they're not going to like it and they may very well retaliate. But I mean, if you're willing to take that risk.
I got to admit, hearing you talk on other channels freely and then hearing you censor yourself here is kind of funny.
Yeah. Well,
I'm listening to you struggle with, and if you want to say, I'm like, you want to say it. You want to say it. I appreciate you not doing it though.
Well, I mean, this isn't like there's too many people that would be affected by minions getting in trouble. Like if it's something like Gunsky's channel where he's openly said he doesn't mind, then that's one thing. But there's 40, 50 people that would be put out if the minions channel got in trouble. So not all 50 of them have agreed that it's fine for me to use such terminology.
I never really have to censor myself because I have no urge to use those words anyway. I for me, you say what you want, and I enjoy when you say what you say. I enjoy it. But I can't really bring myself to say these things. It's just not in me to do it. I don't have that. I argue with abortion. I argue with guns. I argue with a lot of things, but I just can't bring myself to use those specific words. I really don't even know why I can't, but I just can't.
Fair enough. No, I mean, to be clear, it's not like I have an urge to say them. It's just that if that's the word that fits the message I'm trying to convey, that's the word I'll use.
Yeah.
Except in situations where I'm on minions and there's more than just me and one other person to think about. But
I think it's still that little bit of an age barrier, like not by that much, but I find that people that are closer to your age, because Monkey's similar, like you two aren't that far off from each other in terms of well.
He says some things that I'm like, man, don't say that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the racism thing and how we respond to the N-word. I think that little bit of a gap, like it's not that Terry and I are that far off from it. It's just that we've spent a little bit more time on the internet where we were seeing the change and the shift of the culture, where all of a sudden you realize that the people who were saying don't say that shit, say that stuff so fucking much that it absolutely has no meaning anymore.
Yeah.
So it went from like, yeah, I respect that, and I think you guys got it hammered in a little bit longer. That's why it still kind of kicks you, you know. And it's not that I just willy-nilly say it either. It's just when I realize that I'm in a group of people who honestly don't give a shit about it and are just using it willy-nilly all the time, I'm like, well, if you bitch me out for it, I just think you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, no, I think back before iDubbbz became the joke that he is now, I think he was absolutely right when he said either all of it's okay or none of it is.
Like sorry.
And I'm on team all of it's okay.
Like I would never use it around Satsu unless it was specifically done as a joke. Like if it was like a quote that he knew, maybe. But I would never use that word around him because he doesn't use that word around himself. I'm like, okay, out of respect to himself, he doesn't use that word. So why would I bring it up?
So for me, I wouldn't call him one because that would be rude, and I don't really have any reason to insult him. But I wouldn't be afraid of you. Like if I was using it conversationally, like, you know, the guy from whatever, like Little Caesars got fired for saying, oh, I wouldn't censor myself just because Satsu was in proximity. That's hard to say the word, but I wouldn't call Satsu one of those because one, I don't think he is, and two, I've got no reason to insult him.
That's not quite what I mean. Like I don't think Satsu would care if it was a basic conversation because he's had those before. Like you have to have a word if you're going to have a conversation about it. I just mean I wouldn't willy-nilly just use hard R jokes around him because he doesn't tend to use that kind of language around himself. I mean, for one thing, he does have a little girl.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I would hesitate with her being around anyway.
No, I mean, it makes sense. Like, obviously, I talk differently when I'm around my 4-year-old nephew than I do when I'm on stream with Frosted and Jack. Like, obviously, different situations call for different types of language. But
let me put it to you this way, Terry. If I did a Quiplash game with Satsu and I found out he was using those jokes, then I don't give as much of a shit because, like, well, you know, like, now I want to see if mine can be funnier than his.
Well, honestly,
that's Quiplash.
Honestly, I think anyone agreeing to be on Quippers United has already given their tacit approval of comments, because by this stage, anyone in Jack's circle knows what to expect from the show. If you willingly go on, then you're tacitly endorsing those comments. I don't have any sympathy for someone who goes on Quippers United and then tries to be offended by anything that happens there.
I might be wrong about this, but I think someone who is a black person that you know or that knows you, I think they recategorize who you are when you use that language. I don't want Satsu to think less of me, and I think he would if he heard me use that language.
Yeah, for me, it's all about context. The way that you say it and why you're saying it is far more important than the specific words you say. So, yeah, that's where I'm
at. With Satsu, if you were like say Mundane Matt and did what Mundane Matt did, where he was like, "You're just ranting monkey's house, nigger."
Sorry, don't say that on the channel.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I meant to say the N and then stop. But Mundane Matt did that. He did that, and I can't remember the buddy that doubled down. I can't remember his name. There's so many people from that side that all of a sudden went hard left. But yeah, he said that about Satsu, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. Do you use that kind of language? Like when I mean Quiplash, I'm like, well, Quiplash is like dark humor. Like, so yeah, you are using a little bit of, and it doesn't have to be. It's just most of the people I see playing it will use darker jokes.
Yeah.
And yeah, people that I play with sometimes are Black people. I can't repeat their jokes up here. I'd go to jail.
Yeah.
All right. But they're still fucking funny. And that's where I'm at, where I'm like, okay, well, what is the context of what you're doing? Like, if I were to repeat a joke, like I would ask Satsu first, because you don't know who knows what comedian. But if I asked him if he knew this comedian and he said yes, I might quote a joke. You know, because then he knows the context of what's going on. But if you're just coming up to like Satsu and you're saying something like that, yeah, absolutely, he's judging you, and he's right. He's right too.
Yeah, I think because I will take your word for it, 'cause I don't know the detail. But if Mundane Matt really did say that about Satsu, then I do have a problem with that, because that is not like, that is a direct, like, you're calling him an insult as opposed to just saying the word like in a more innocent context. So no, I don't think you should go around calling Black people nasty words, but you are allowed to.
He also did it to try to be like, well, your argument doesn't have any meaning because everything that you say is just repeating what Ranting Monkey is saying. And I was like, actually, you know, Mundane Man, I think your only Black friend might have been Satsu, and you just called him that because of his opinion. Because Ranting Monkey has other friends other than just Satsu who are Black. You know, he grew up in a neighborhood that was a lot more Black. He says so many times. You know, so it doesn't give him more, you know, like, and even he doesn't use necessarily rude language like that. Like, he knows jokes. He'll repeat jokes. But the stuff that Satsu says is actually really common for Black conservatives to say. Like, there's a little bit of a difference. He's a guy from Cleveland. So, like, there's like lots of reasons why people, well, there's a lot of reasons why people will have different things that changes why their opinion is a little bit different. But like, if you go from like what he says to another Black conservative and vice versa, like, it's a similar thread. So no, he's not getting that from Ranting Monkey. But they'll say stuff like that to shut down an argument. And I'm like, so you're racist. You couldn't defeat his argument. You don't actually know his argument because you haven't done your own research.
Attacking the person on the other side, attacking them directly because you disagree with their opinion. Instead of, if you're going to get in an argument with somebody, argue about the topic. Don't go after the actual person. That's called an ad hominem. And
I don't actually like you. I don't have a problem with people doing the ad hominem thing as long as they also attack the argument. Like, if they're doing it instead of attacking the argument, then that just makes them look stupid.
You get in an argument about obesity and something about how body positivity and all this kind of stuff, and you say, you know, the person that you're talking to is overweight, and you're saying, I don't think your side makes one piece of sense, you fat fuck. That's an ad hominem attack. You're still going after their point, but now you're going after them as well, and that's you know. That's not it.
No. Ad hominem is when you say they're wrong because of insult. So if you say you're wrong because you're fat, that's ad hominem. If you say you're wrong because of this and also you're a fat fuck, that's not an ad hominem. That's an insult. There is a difference between the two.
I just I don't really believe in either one of them. And to go after Satsu, to go after Satsu of all people. Satsu's a good man. He's got a wife and a kid, and he does the right thing by everybody, and he's
take into account this was before he had his daughter. Like they'd had a blowout with.
But then it's a person who would have a good daughter. I mean, it doesn't matter how you would say it, but the point being is there's people who may be worthy of that kind of attack, and you can make your choice of whether you want to use it or not. But Satsu of all people, Satsu is not that guy. He's absolutely 100% not that guy. He's not.
Like, he's a chill dude, and it's not that he doesn't have a, it's not that he doesn't have a sense of humor. He goes in and out of some dark jokes, but I think it's because he's in dad brain mode. Yeah. A lot of his jokes have mellowed out to more like family friendly. So when I hang out with Satsu, I'm like, okay, remember, Jen, there could be a kid in the background, so keep your potty mouth clean, which I've always done that for coworkers, Yes, you go from being the single lady to be surrounded by people with kids. And you have to go from I talk like a sailor to I washed my mouth.
Yeah.
baby talk.
Like I said, I obviously talk differently around my 4-year-old nephew because, like, obviously, situation calls for different,
Yeah.
language.
It's also Satsu is genuine with his opinion, like I'm an outsider like you, Terry. I don't always know the genuine of what's going on in the US and the media. I don't believe the media. I don't believe my media. So why would I believe the American media? So I like to have a genuine opinion from people. Yes, I know that Satsu is a different person. Yeah, being Black does make it a little bit of a difference because that's who your family is. I don't think it means he's a human being. Like, he's still a human. He's still more American, and that's actually more important than just the skin. Is he's American? Because a lot of the shit going on right now has to do with Somalians, and it's like they're not the same people. I know you think they are because they're brown, but they're not the same people. The world is messed up, and I'm glad I have Satsu in it because he plays games and he takes a break from this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that I have Satsu and other people like Satsu, because if all I had was the outsider view, I would end up like a Canadian liberal where I believe all that shit.
Yeah. I just assume that anything and everything the media says is bullshit, and so that's a good starting point. Just start from there, and you'll probably end up at something close to the truth.
I'm trying to so Terry, you're gonna laugh at me for this, but I was trying to get Satsu to create a shaker for toast. Like I know how you guys have different sprinkles for toast. He had no idea what I was talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Okay, so in Australia, there's Vegemite, and then sometimes they have a sprinkle for toast. And that's all it is. It's just it's kind of like a replacement for like cinnamon sugar or sugar on toast.
Okay.
So I was just like, Satsu, there's two things in this world that have been missing. Like Kernels is the only one that does seasoning for popcorn, and the only place that you get like a shaker for toast is Australia. So if you know that people like things like cinnamon toast or like something that has like a fruity flavor to it, then you could just sprinkle it on your toast, or vice versa for popcorn, because he's complaining all the time that he can't get his guacamole Dorito chips. I was like, make your own seasoning so you could put that on popcorn, or you could put it on your Dorito chips. And
I don't know if that would be a success here or not. We Americans really don't do that kind of thing.
You don't have the white there's a white cheddar powder that you put on kernels. People use
but we buy it with the white cheddar powder already on the kernels. We don't have a shaker to do it ourselves.
You can buy them in shakers. You might not get them
maybe
where
in
you
Canada, but not really in America. I've lived in a couple of states. I've never heard of anything like this.
I'm just seeing if maybe it's a Western thing too.
Could be. Yeah, although I did spend over a month out in Torrance, California.
You poor thing.
It was actually kind of nice because I didn't really have to deal with taxes or traffic or any of that bullshit. I was in an area where traffic was very light. The temperature was 70 degrees, palm beaches everywhere. The place I was staying was 50 feet from the ocean. So I can just walk out the back of my apartment. I had an efficiency. Walk out of the apartment and just jump in the ocean. I mean, it was really quite beautiful.
I am not much
you seem talking about Walmart. They seem to be like at Walmarts and stuff like that. So it might be something that your location doesn't have, because it's a theft item. They kind of are.
Wow. It's interesting that you. Is it? Do you have something? What's it called? Let me look it up and see if my
kernels?
Walmart.
So the brand Kernels for like just the pre-made popcorn. They came out with shakers like 15 years ago that you could just buy at your grocery store, your Walmart. And so it's Kernels, KERNALS, and then they're called popcorn shakers. Well, at least that's what I type in. They have different flavors. Like there's a white cheddar, there's an orange cheddar, there's a dill pickle, there's all seasoning, there's a salt and vinegar. It's basically
I've never seen these before, but Colonel Seasons Classic Mini Popcorn Seasoning sort of variety pack.
Yep.
There you go.
I think he could take that market, considering Colonel's is the only one who has one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, your seasoning is his seasoning would be better because he's actually using spices.
Yeah, it's like they have nacho cheddar, butter, cheesy jalapeno, kettle corn, salted caramel, white cheddar, garlic parmesan, and ranch. That's a pretty wide variety. I wonder what kind of business they're doing, if they're selling a lot of this or not. I mean, you have to be able to sell a certain amount to get it into Walmart anyway.
They do sell really well. Like, I mean, I stocked at a London Drugs, so like their section was a lot smaller. Like, you know, it's a pharmacy with a little bit of a dry grocery.
Mm-hmm.
So like we would get in a box every week. And I think there's about like 10 per box. You probably sell about 8 a week. So the thing with these ones is, like a lot of those little items, it's where you put them that ends up being a problem, because they're a theft item. Like anything that's like $5 and something you can hide down your crotch is a theft item. Just so you know, that's where it goes most of the time.
They don't have the one flavor that I would like would be cinnamon and sugar, cinnamon and brown sugar. They don't have that.
Yeah,
but a lot of them I would like. I do like the white cheddar. I do like the caramel corn. I do like the kettle corn, caramel corn stuff. That tastes good. But yeah, I guess you have to buy popcorn that's just natural, so it has no flavor already. Mm-hmm. That way you can add butter, because butter was one of them.
Yeah, I just I keep meaning to direct him to it, because I think he'd have a market on it. Like, he's already got the shakers for it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, he can expand that too. Besides doing what you do for popcorn, he can do that for other foods. You can start incorporating other things besides chicken and make a whole business out of it. Not like it isn't a business already, but
yeah, that's the thing with Satsu, is like, once he realizes he's surrounded by people who cook, it's just like, well, what would you look for in a seasoning? Well, I like things that make it. I like to be lazy, right? So if it's all one thing and I could just, you know, popcorn, maybe my Doritos, maybe toast, multi-purpose, you know. And guacamole as a seasoning would be difficult, because the only one that I know of is meant to be used to make guacamole. Like, it's just the seasoning you would add to your avocado mix.
I don't really use any spices at all in my house, but the only thing, I wouldn't consider this a spice, but it is an alternative taste, is there was I don't know if they're in Canada at all, but there's a place in well, they're mostly in Virginia, but there's a couple in Pennsylvania too, called Einstein Brothers Bagels.
Okay.
And they make, you know, name it. They have like 30 different bagels, and you can put anything you want on them. They've got everything. And it's awesome. It's awesome. The food is just fantastic. And they have their signature. They put this on everything unless you ask them not to, but they put on honey butter.
Okay.
So it's butter, which is already kind of sweet to start with. And then they add honey to it, so it's even sweeter. And I'll tell you, the combination of honey butter and a bagel, if you just have the bagel by itself, a toasted bagel with honey butter on it, it is delicious. So I bought some honey butter for myself. I
do that with pancakes sometimes. Like, if I don't have a decent syrup for it, but I have honey, you just warm it up with some butter.
Yeah. I eat whatever comes in the little plastic container. I put it in the microwave. However they chose to season it, I'm sure it will be fine.
Yeah. I'll order something from like Wendy's or something like that. And they'll always throw in stuff that I didn't ask for. They'll throw in ranch dressing. They'll throw in butter. They're like, I didn't ask for any of this. Why are you giving me all this crap? It's just more stuff for me to throw away.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about ordering from DoorDash tonight, but they're not getting anywhere near this house.
No.
There's no way. So I just nixed that idea. Hopefully it clears up enough tomorrow that I need to order some groceries.
You know what would be really, really good is if you sent in your DoorDash order and then a Saint Bernard bounds up your driveway with the bag in its jaws.
Just open up the little barrel and your food's inside it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, my next door neighbor has a Saint Bernard.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That big old dog, man. I'll tell you, for as big as
Yeah.
I am, he bumps into me. He moves me when he bumps into me.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, man. How much do you weigh? You know? Jesus. I kind
I
of
don't
prefer
know.
a bigger dog myself.
Yeah, I don't know the breed, but my mum's dog will just headbutt me when it wants attention. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just like absolutely smack its head into my like leg.
Yeah,
Or,
my
like,
cat used to
my
do that.
thigh.
Yeah. Yeah, my cat used to do that. I was going in for my surgery and I walked into the hospital and there was a person there who had a seeing eye dog. It was a Great Dane.
Okay.
It came up to my hip. I was like, dude, you're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
But it was a
There's
seeing eye
pretty
dog,
big
so
dogs these days. Yeah, dogs
I didn't,
get big.
I didn't bother doing anything like putting him or anything like that because he's on the job, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
It's always the worst because like sometimes they're really, really nice dogs, and you know whoever they're helping doesn't mind, but they're not supposed to. And you're like,
Yeah, you're supposed to leave him alone. All I did was turn him and said, "Hey, you're a big boy."
Yeah.
And he's looking at me like,
I do like dogs. I mean, from a
completely.
distance, I don't really want to like interact with them up close and personal, but just
Yeah,
I do like the look of dogs. I think they're
Yeah.
kind of like cool.
he was a completely black Great Dane.
Cool.
I know it's unusual coloring. So
Yeah.
and he had like a blue collar on. Looked really sharp. But I think I prefer a bigger dog as opposed to a little dog. Little dogs just
100%.
yippers and yappers and stuff like that. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't like them as much.
So all the dogs that my family ever owned were all medium or large.
Yeah.
We had a Doberman. We had red-haired Labrador. What do they call them? And then there was a boxer. We had a boxer named Lady. She was a big girl. So we've always had fair mid to large sized dogs. And I think that's been my preference just because of that.
Yeah, my brother has a greyhound. So I mean
That's a
pretty
big dog.
dog. Yeah.
That's a fast dog. That is, I think,
Very fast dog.
aren't they the fastest dog, greyhounds?
I mean, we have greyhound races in Australia. I don't know if you have them over there as well, but
Yeah, we do.
yeah. Like you can just bet on greyhound races. So yeah, they're fast. Very, very fast.
Yeah. I'm more of a cat person, to be honest with you.
I definitely prefer dogs.
Yeah. My parents and my brother always preferred dogs, but when I moved out, I got a cat.
Fair enough.
It's just, I don't want a 100-pound dog crawling in bed with me, you know? I don't mind if a cat snuggles up underneath my arm. That's fine. He's not taking up much room. He's not going to bother me. But
No, I don't know. I think there's like dogs seem more affectionate. Like if I were to get a pet, which I never would, because this place is much too small for a pet. But I would definitely get a dog over a cat because dogs seem like they actually enjoy your company rather than holding you in quiet disdain.
I definitely know what you're talking about. A dog will greet you at the door. You're here. You're finally here.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here. Let me do this. That's a dog.
Yes.
Cats are more aloof in general, but when they're ready to snuggle, that purr, oh my God, that purr. It'll put you right to sleep. It's just...
Yeah.
A cat can end up being the type to greet you at the door too. It really depends on the cat, because some of them end up being a little bit needy.
Well, if they're hungry,
they'll
we'll definitely meet you at the door.
Some of them are like, it's a personality thing. Like some of them are just like, you're the one person that they kind of want to be around. So like the fact that you left, they're pissed off because they were going to sleep on you and then you left.
No, I mean, obviously there's exceptions, but as a general rule, the general attitude of dogs and the general attitude of cats is that dogs tend to be the more affectionate species.
Yeah, they're affectionate without question. They're affectionate all the time, where cats are affectionate only at specific times. But I think cats is a little bit more intense when it comes down to it, because
I can believe it.
I think dogs are better at like a cat can be protective, but a dog is a little bit better at it. Like I prefer a dog when it comes to like safety. You know, because a cat might try to help you, but like there's a good chance he's going to kill itself because they tend to hide from like fires and stuff. But a dog will bite you at least. Be like, hey, we need to go.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had dogs before where I let them choose. If they thought the person coming across my path was sketchy and they wanted to go a different way, I would let them, because they can tell when somebody's been drinking, and they can tell if somebody's a little bit off with drugs.
You know, I just thought of a really dark joke. Is like, I like dogs more because they can swim. Which, for those that don't know, my cat drowned when I was a kid.
Oh no!
No. And so I was thinking, I like dogs more. They can swim. But yeah, my mum was more upset than any of the kids when the poor cat drowned.
I wanted to make a point about that Linkin Park one. I wanted to make a point about that Linkin Park sound. I cut it out because it's I want to make sure I get the words "what I've done" so that you guys know what song it is when I play the previews in Rumble. So I cut out the beginning. I usually cut out most of the end too, just to give you the middle part that has the words. At the very beginning of the song, there is a rhythmic section. You know what a hi-hat is on a drum set, right?
Yeah.
It's usually on the left foot, 2 opposing cymbals. You can close them and open them with your foot.
Yeah.
On a stand. And that song, if you listen to the beginning of that song, you hear this rhythmic sound where it's a closing of the hi-hat and then like a plink sound. Plink. Before the main music starts. So I wasn't sure what that was, and there was really no way to find out. Even searching ChatGPT and Crock and Google, I could not find out what it was until I got on YouTube and I watched them play live. Do you know what he's doing to create that unique sound?
No.
He's using his left drumstick to hit the hi-hat top on the bell, not close to the edge, but top on the bell. So it doesn't sizzle, or the sound isn't very long. It lasts a very short period of time. And with the other stick, he's hitting the stand for the hi-hat.
Oh, okay.
He's not hitting any instrument on the drum set. He's actually hitting the stand. I thought to myself, it's fucking brilliant to get that. You know, this is the sound that I want. I want a plink sound. How can I do it? Bang. No, that's not it. Bump. No, that's not it. Pink. There it is. I'll just hit the high stand. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out how he did it. It was just watching a YouTube video that I actually got it. But what I did was I took that part of the song and I pulled it out and I increased the volume so that you guys can hear. You'll hear, of course, a piano playing in the background. Ignore the piano, but just listen to the hit, the rhythmic hit on the drum set where he's hitting the cymbal, and then you hear this plink sound. That's him hitting the stand. I'm going to play it for you. This is just the piano. Ignore this part. That ting, ting, ting in the background, that's him. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's wild.
I do like when they come up with like inventive ways to get different sounds out of instruments.
Yeah, that's why I've been such a big fan of Carl Palmer, because no one knows who he is. Nobody knows who Carl Palmer is, but that's why I liked him so much, is because he was very innovative. He had his kit was 3 times the size of a normal kit, and he used it. You know, you can hear him use a Chinese crash cymbal behind some songs. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? not only did he have a metal cowbell, but he had a wooden cowbell too. This is a rock drummer. Why would he have any cowbell?
Well, because you've got to have more cowbell, didn't you?
Yeah. Sure enough, he had them and used them. And I always thought that's really the mark of a talented musician, is that he is not afraid to do anything to get what he wants, out of a song. So it's kind of made me like Ringo Starr, because he was a left-handed drummer using a right-handed kit.
That's kind of cool.
So he played differently than all the other left-handed drummers, and no one really knows. I mean, if you talk to a drummer, they'll all tell you, oh yeah, he plays this way because he was left-handed on a right-hand kit. But the rest of the world doesn't know that.
It's no, one of my favorite jokes, and I've heard this is apocryphal and didn't actually happen, but apparently someone asked if Ringo Starr was the best drummer in the world, and John Lennon said he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
There was a drummer that was before him that they replaced before they became well known. I don't remember his name. Pete Beck. There you go. Hey, Six. Also, John, is Johnny still out there?
I think so.
Hey, Johnny, if you're still out there. Yesterday's show had a title that I couldn't read. I guess it was in Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't read it, but I thought, that's cool. We've never had a Spanish title.
Yeah, I don't know why it was done that way, but yeah.
It's Johnny.
I did notice that it was because I did a double take, because I thought, like, which channel is this? Why am I subscribed to a Spanish channel? Oh no, it's Minions. Okay.
At first I thought, would someone just roll their hand over a keyboard? And I was like, no, wait a minute. That has spaces in it at logical spots. That's got to be a language. It must be Spanish.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember what the title was or what it translated.
I thought it was I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was cool enough to translate because I'm lazy, but
yeah.
I thought it was awesome. So anyway. But yeah, it looks like Linkin Park wins the show tonight.
Yes, I do like Linkin Park.
And that's okay. They're probably, if I had to pick myself, I probably would have picked Linkin Park too.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Uptown Girl actually would have been my second pick if Linkin Park wasn't on the poll.
Probably mine too.
I genuinely like that song. Like as different as it probably is to most people's expectation of my taste, I do really like Uptown Girl.
Have you ever seen the video for it?
Yeah. There's Billy Joel in like the tracksuit, and he's like singing in like the garage and stuff.
And a wife beater. Second time I mentioned that tonight. But did you see the girl that was in it?
I mean, yeah, but I don't remember it.
It's his wife, Christy Brinkley.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. That's who he's talking about. That song is written for her. She's the Uptown Girl because she's a supermodel. Cool. Yeah. And he's just a piano player. That's the whole purpose of the song. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
sense. It is a catchy tune. Especially with the doo-wops behind him all the time. It really makes the song brighten up, kind of deal. Yeah, it would be my second as well. If that would have taken first, I would have been happy too.
Yeah. I mean, I would have been fine with it winning. And as I said on Rumble, Eleanor Rigby was my least favorite of the four.
Yeah. I knew it would be when I picked it. I was like, he's not going to like this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't have complained if it won, but it's definitely my least favorite of the four.
To be honest with you, if you were to give me a catalog of all the Beatles songs, Eleanor Rigby would probably be in my top 3.
Okay, fair enough.
Just for its uniqueness. I mean, this is a rock and roll band. It's like Queen doing Another One Bites the Dust or Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like outside of who they are. Yet it was awesome for their catalog.
Yes.
It's like a Yellow Submarine would be another one. It'd be like, damn, that was way out of left field.
To be fair, I like Queen a lot more than I like the Beatles, so I do really like both Bohemian Rhapsody and Another One Bites the Dust. But yeah,
the thing about Queen is they're quietly talented. They have one lead singer who's just amazing, but the band behind him is no slouch either.
Oh no, they're very good.
Yeah, So, but they just never got the notoriety, I guess, that Freddie got. Because
Well, I
Freddie's
mean,
voice is
when
like,
you're in the same band as Freddie Mercury, you're not going to stand out.
yeah, you know, yeah, he's ahead above everybody else.
Yeah.
See, now you got someone who agrees with you. Beatles are overrated.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Mike agrees. No, I mean, I always make the point that overrated doesn't mean bad. Like, I don't think they were bad. I just think people overhype how good they are. I think they're fine. They're okay, but they're not like the most amazing band in the world that ever existed.
Yeah, Duck Dog's got a point. The Beatles were a bubblegum pop band, at least when they started. And
When
then
they started, for sure.
yeah, then they got into drugs and they became a heady, crazy Looney Tune group.
Yeah.
You know, but the music was still good.
No, I saw something really funny. Is like there was a meme that said, "Is LSD a good drug?" And they said, "Do a search for Beatles 1964 and Beatles 1967."
Yeah. Well, was that their drug of choice?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because of like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Oh
The
my
reason
God.
they thought that was a drug reference was because they were known to be fond of LSD.
Wow. Yeah, when it got to that period of time in their music, it just kind of scattered into all kinds of, oh my God, what the hell is this? But the thing that's funny is they're still talented people, still know how to write, still know how to construct a song. So the songs, even though they became erratic and drug-laced, they were still good songs.
Oh yeah, they still were.
So
But like I said, I mean, I'm not saying the Beatles were bad. I'm just saying that they're massively overhyped. I think they're fine. I can listen to them and
Yeah.
it's not a problem, but they're not nearly like the greatest band that ever existed by any means.
Yeah. I think that's a hallmark of a good band is their willingness to step out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And do something that's not typical of them. Even the Stones did it. What was the name of the song? Oh, Miss You. Remember Miss You was a disco song from a legendary rock band from the 70s? It's just like, oh, you're fucking doing disco?
But like, I like that song. I think it's a good song.
It is a good song. I agree. It's 100% a good song. But it was just, you know, you expect to hear the Stones.
Yeah.
And you're hearing Donna Summer. It's like, what the Donna Summer?
No, I think November Rain is another one. Like, if you think of Guns N' Roses, most people don't expect something that sounds like November Rain. They expect Welcome to the Jungle.
Right. Well, what did Prince did a song called Kiss? Kiss. Boom, boom, boom. It was very rhythmic.
Okay.
And you know who? And the guy who covered it was an Australian lounge singer who sang to ladies who used to throw their panties on the stage. I can't remember his name. He covered it. He covered a Prince song. Here's a guy singing, "Oh, I love you so much, and it's been a wonderful night," and he covers a Prince song.
Yeah.
Let me fire up a copy of opera. Kiss, Prince. Electronic version of no. Covers of Kiss by Prince and the Revolution. Maroon 5 covered it.
Oh, there you go.
Kelly Clarkson covered it. Holy shit!
Yeah.
A lot of people have covered this song. I'm gonna have to go back and find some of them. But I'm looking specifically for that guy. Oh my God! There's 5 pages.
Oh my God, that's going to
People
take
who
a
have
long
covered
time.
the science. Well, we can move on, but I'll keep looking. You guys entertain the group, and I'll see if I can find it.
Terry's saying that Kiss was written by Prince for Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, that's the guy. Well, that saved me from a lot of scrolling.
Yeah, good for you, Tara. Thank you.
Always ask chat first.
Yes.
I should learn my lesson. But yeah, Tom Jones, who is very much a tight jeans and didn't have too much to hide kind of guy. Open shirts down to his belly button. You know, curly hair, kind of ladies' man. Women with literally during shows grow panties on the stage. Literally.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he would be on live TV and they wouldn't show below his knees.
Oh yeah,
There'd be
they did the
panties
same with
everywhere.
Elvis. I think they did the same with Elvis. They wouldn't show like the lower
Yeah,
hips
yeah.
because
Well, they
considered
did
it
that.
too
They did that because of
rude.
his hips, because he would dance
Yeah.
and swing his hips around. They didn't like it.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Read chat. I am guilty. I
Yeah,
do read chat, but
just not the messages from black people.
yeah, you're right. Kiss is a really good Prince song. The thing is that people don't know about, at least I didn't know about Prince, was that he was every bit as much of a songwriter as he was a stage performer, because he used to write songs and give them to other people.
Oh yeah. That's like one of the things that to me is like he's most prolific. He's like a really, really prolific songwriter.
Yeah, he did that.
You know who else? This surprised me. You know that song, "You Only Get What You Give" by like the New Radicals. Well, I'll take that as a no. Anyway, the lead singer from that is like super good, like songwriter. Like there's so many pop songs that guy Greg Alexander has written. Like I was stunned when I looked it up. It's like just like pages of like credits to his name. It's like, geez, I only knew him for the one song, but apparently he writes them for other people.
I really want to hear Kelly Clarkson's version of Kiss now, because she's such an 80s, singer. To hear her try to cover something like Prince, which is all funk, try to hear her cover it. I mean, she's a great singer.
Yeah.
Did you ever, I don't know if you watch late night TV, but I think it's Jimmy Fallon will have musical guests on, usually single artists, and he'll have them sing songs to the band and then see which one covers other people's songs better.
Okay.
So he had Ariana Grande on and Kelly Clarkson, and they're head and head. They can't beat each other. Kelly Clarkson certainly held her own. And the last song that they played was a Kelly Clarkson song for Ariana Grande to sing.
Oh, okay.
So as Ariana Grande is singing it, Kelly Clarkson is accompanying her, doing the harmonies and everything in the background. Okay. It was awesome. It was. I just noticed the time. I'm sorry. I'm going on and on here.
Well, I was going to wait for you to finish.
Calm down a little bit.
I mean, Terry, if you get hungry enough, just put your microphone near your belly. So if it makes a grumble sound.
No. I deliberately ate before the stream. Because
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's something different. You usually have to get out pretty quick. All right.
Well, no, it depends on daylight savings. This time of year, I know the stream's not going to end until 2:00, so I eat beforehand.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm not. I'm hungry as hell, so I am going to get out.
Fair enough.
Unless you guys have anything else.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So Linkin Park without the vocals. Thanks, fam, as always, for chatting with us tonight. If you can't wait for the next Wednesday show, remember, the Minion is alive every evening except Thursday, with most shows starting around 11:30 p.m. Eastern 6 days a week. Host and start times are linked in the description down below. Don't forget about the Rumble pre-show. That stream goes off perfectly every time.
Of course.
And it usually starts between 8:30 and I don't know, whenever everybody gets here.
Yeah,
half an hour before YouTube, if we manage to get YouTube off on time. We will be back next Wednesday at 9 p.m. as usual. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.